Hey yo, welcome back to another episode of the Rap Dad Podcast. I'm Junes, and as always across from me,
hey, what's up? It's Melancholy.
damn straight. You know what it is, you know how we do, just dadding and rapping and dadding.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody for letting us have a little break. We took our last episode off. I needed it.
Yeah.
I need a little me time. It was more family time, but appreciate you guys being like, do it, be dads. So
sometimes you got to be a dad, and by sometimes I mean all the time.
Yes, yes, absolutely. But we are back.
Yes.
And if you're new to the podcast, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. Follow us on Instagram at the Rap Dad Podcast. You can follow me at Reno Junes. You can follow Melancholy at Melancholy775. We also have a playlist on Spotify. Go follow that. Has all of our guests' music, has all of the reviews that we've done.
Yep.
I mean, it's a chock load full of all different types of things.
It's
and
extensive.
Stuff. But enough about us.
Yeah.
We have a new / returning guest.
Yes.
We got the BigWigLTD.
Hey, bro, it's the wig. Hold on. Let me do my thing. Hold on, I haven't done it in a while. Hold on. All right, it's the whale scale big wig, all about his business, you know what I'm saying? AKA the Reno Ace. We over here, the Rap Dad Podcast, you know what I'm saying? About to get it in.
Just doing it.
If you don't know,
That felt nice. I haven't done
you
that
do
in a
now
while.
know.
Yeah.
You are now informed. Full E by the Big Wig himself.
It's the wig.
It's the Wig. So how you doing, man?
Man, I'm all right. You know, been all right. Been trying to figure out, you know, the next moves and all that stuff, you know?
That's a never-ending game.
There's always moves to be made.
Dude, it's never stopping until you're dead. Until you
Yeah.
stop moving.
So until you literally just
But before we jump into anything, give all your socials where everybody can follow you, your music, your YouTube page, all of that, dude.
Yeah, it's just
your OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah, that one too. Make sure you hit that. You know what I'm saying? $6
man's
got to
eat.
No, it's at BigWigLTD. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. YouTube, you know, TikTok, Instagram, Threads probably.
Doing Threads?
Twitter.
You're on the thread game?
Kinda, I don't know.
He's there.
I mean,
He's active.
I
and
try.
You guys know. You know. I'll put it down in the description for you so you don't have to do any searching. Just go down there, click it, like it, follow it, be fond of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, what the hell is going on, man? You got a lot on your plate, you know, running a whole ass studio.
oh, yeah, nice. Cash Hill Boulevard, you know. It's really starting to, you know, been getting a lot more business coming through, a lot more consistent clientele.
People getting smart. Good.
And it's been nice actually. It's been it lets me see kind of where I think where I want to go with it is like I kind of want to use my expertise to help others and like help, you know, younger artists and stuff like that. If I can help them with their sound or just, you know, help them develop or whatever, that's where it's at.
Yeah, maybe give some of the help that you didn't necessarily get when you were younger. You know, that's the worst thing is taking the time to try to learn everything. Takes a long time.
Yeah.
You know,
Facts.
the trial and error process, fucking goddamn. If you got someone that can be like, let me help you skip a couple steps.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah, and I'm always down to try if they know the right questions to ask that I can answer. I'll give them all the answers.
There you go. See, now that's the way to do it. See, that's smart. Hear that, guys? Ask the right questions. That's good because if you're just annoying and being like, "Tell me everything," you're like, "Well, no,
You know, and I think it's
I ain't got
crucial.
enough
Like
time for that."
it's crucial, like to learn the language of engineering, even if you're new to it or you don't have like an intention to even be an engineer. If you're an artist, I think you should learn the lingo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just to like so you communicate your ideas better and you know, and I'm there to help with that.
It's not gonna not benefit you.
No, exactly
to know more
right.
stuff. You know,
That was the thing too. Like when I first started like recording in spots and stuff like that, and it was like hearing some of the terms, but then being like afraid to like ask what it means, you know, because you don't want to get like shamed about it. So you just roll through it. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna punch here." I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
You're like, yes.
Just start doing the whole verse again. No, we're punching in.
Yeah, you're like,
I didn't come here to box, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
what's happening here right now? Like,
I'm new. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, so I've had a lot of young kids coming through, and they're just like, you know, they're super green, so they don't even know how to ask for what they're doing. And I'm like, you know, how many tracks do you need? Kid today, he was like, what you mean? And I'm like, well, how many like go throughs is he gonna do? Like how many layers? Like I was trying to find a word that he would know.
There you go.
Yeah,
Some people don't know the dialogue quite yet.
Yeah. So like being an engineer is also like you're like a translator, a troubleshooter, you know, everything else, like as well as, you know, mixing and recording and mastering or whatever you do.
Yeah.
You know, you're like a vibe setter. You're a fucking, you know, like the other night I was like, what's wrong? You know, I had to figure it out. You know what I mean? And that's like all the time. So it's like half the job is figuring out what's wrong. It's half the fucking job as an engineer. You know, why is my shit working today? Well,
Goddamn.
you know, what
Gives me
what
anxiety
happened?
immediately.
Right.
It's like you spend 3 hours and it was just this one button, doop, and it's good. I hate that one, dude. That one's the worst one.
You're like, really?
I'm like,
yeah. You're like, I feel like I should have known that. Maybe
That was like our problem a couple weeks ago when all we had to do was restart our phones. Like,
I was thinking about that today. I was like, remember what happened last week, so we know.
man.
Fucking
The
not to
whole
wait
thing.
a day.
We went a whole day, couldn't solve the problem at all. We met back up the next day. All we had to do was restart our phones.
Oh my god, that's the worst.
Yeah.
So dumb. Yeah, stupid, man. Well, I'm glad that everything's working out there because, number one, I want you to succeed. And also,
Thank you.
you know, I can vouch. You can vouch as well. You've been there as someone who's done some work there and recorded. It's comfortable. I like it.
I don't know about all the help. He just shit on me the whole time, but you know.
That's help me help you out. That's the kind of help you needed that
Help
time.
me help you.
That's the help that I needed at the time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you got to do it like that. Fuck it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you tough, right?
You got thick skin.
I guess.
He's like, I went home and wrote a whole diss track.
Fuck Big Wig.
Man, he's over here trying to spit my shit for me. What the fuck?
No, you're good at working in the studio like that. Definitely, because when I record, I usually do it by myself at my house because it takes me 1,000 tries. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if it sounds good. It all starts to sound the same. And you're real nice at being like, even if let's say I started a verse and I fucked up like on the third bar, but I just keep rapping, you'll be like, nah, start that again. Like you'll stop. You won't even let them finish the verse. You're not going to be like, well,
Yeah,
I'll let
It
him
depends.
Like,
It depends on who it is too.
yeah, you
like,
pull a Kanye. I'm gonna let you finish, but first, start again.
That's another one. It's like it depends on the artist. You got to go off the feel. So like if we have a better rapport. So
Exactly.
I might be like, no, you don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I'd have that
you
like,
already know.
yeah, like
yeah.
I already know. But
Yeah.
with certain people, I'm like, I'll just like let them go till they like, all right, dude, like you left it going for like 4 more bars. I'm like, well. Sometimes they'll jump back in
I
at
don't know
3
what
bars.
you knew. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and,
know what I
and
mean?
some people, everybody raps different. People punch a lot. You know, there's people that will rap 2 bars and rap 4 bars and rap
Yeah.
2 bars. And
Yeah.
it's like, you know, so that's got to be, you know, as an artist yourself, watching other people work. Do you
Yeah.
sometimes go like, this is not efficient at all?
Dude.
This is very frustrating.
Just like with certain kids that came through, and they were like not prepared with, say how you come prepared, or I'm sure you, or they're just not, they're new, so they're not that good necessarily at like all of the things that go into making a song.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to freestyle it off the top of the head. So like we'll record like 1,000,000 takes of and every single one's different. So like lately though, I took this kid, he went and did something like that, and I'm like, yo, give me like 20 minutes to put something together that we could use. Because he was just like going and going and going and going. And I'm like, kid's cool and shit, but he needs some kind of structure to it.
Exactly. And that's where, you know, somebody who has experience with not just recording and stuff, but writing a shit ton of fucking songs of all different calibers over different style beats, that's where somebody can step in and really guide him and be like, let me show you what you can do. This is what it could look like.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
What'd you end up doing? Just like chopping the verse up, kind of piecing it together for him?
Yeah, so it was like 4 or 5 or 6 different takes. And I'm like, let me listen to them all, highlight the shit I like, and Frankenstein that bitch.
There you
So
go.
by the time, and he was like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, bro, I've never worked like that either. So it was like it was
new
like
to me too, motherfucker.
It was like all the freestyle motherfuckers that it's like pretty much what I would guess they should do. If they don't, you know how they'll be like, well, I just like freestyle. Well, it's like maybe you should take like the best parts of the several different takes of your freestyle and make it into something.
Write it
better.
down.
Yeah, or like
it
so.
with the next-
So here's what we did.
Yeah.
I
Essentially
chopped
how
it
my
up,
verses are.
made it a Frankenstein song or whatever, right? A Frankenstein verse. you know, I picked out like a hook that we could like paste over, and then he like took it home. He's like, you know, you want to get on. He was taking so long. He's like, you want to get on it? I'm like, I don't really work for free, but you've been in here like 5 hours. Like, I'll do a freestyle. So I just wrote a few words. You know, I wrote like 8 bars worth of like rhyming words, so like eight or 9 words or something. And I was like, I'll figure out.
Fill it in.
It's a freestyle. You know, I didn't want to put in too much work. No, I still, you know, I still went hard. Whatever. I still like recorded it like over a few times, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, of course.
So anyways,
you want to make sure you at least sound good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if I put my name on it, right? Yeah. I don't want to give him like some bullshit.
Yeah, you know? Exactly.
Shouts to the homie. But yeah, so he went back, he went home, he rehearsed it, and he came in and redid the parts that he wanted, you know?
Nice.
And it came out way better than if, you know, we're just trying to get like one good take, and it's like a 3-minute song.
Yeah,
you know,
and what a
like
cool way to come up with a song idea, and like that's pretty fucking unique.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
It's like definitely not traditional writing. It's pretty unorthodox, but whatever
it was
works.
challenging.
I mean,
Whatever works, right?
And that's the thing. It's like not everybody paints the same way. You know, art is art.
Exactly.
You know? So it's like that's dope.
That's what I'll say too about being an engineer is that you really need to adapt to your situation, adapt to the artist, adapt to what's their style. Don't be like hella rigid and be like, nah, dude, we're doing fucking verse, mains, then we're doing fucking libs, then we're doing overdubs, then we're doing highlights, whatever the fuck they call it these days. You know? Everyone's got different lingo. So it's like I say, you gotta be a translator. Be like, homie's like, I want to hit some ends. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put you here and hit those ends, whatever the fuck that means. You know, I think I know what you mean.
Well, and that's not that's not good for like return business either. You know,
right?
Like,
yeah,
you're fucking doing it my way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, exactly. You definitely have to be flexible, to say the least. You know, for lack of a better term. I mean, you definitely got to be flexible. Does that ever? I mean, obviously, dealing with a lot of artists and stuff, it's got to be exhausting. Does it ever? Do you feel like it sucks your creative energy out in doing your own work as an artist?
Oh man, let me think here. I mean, it does like take time away, but shit, man, low key in my mind, I've been like, dude, I've made more money like last month off of recording others and helping others than I did like my whole career so far off being an artist. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So it's like, you know, at this point in my life, it's like what's gaining traction.
Absolutely. Yeah, just because it doesn't mean you still can't make music, but
exactly.
What should take precedence. No, it's true, 100%. I mean,
and I'm still like, you know, my plans, I got some big features I'm about to drop like next month and for the rest of the year. Excuse me. So, and you know, so I'm gonna like, you know, I'm gonna still give it a go, and I'm still gonna release consistently. My goal is to get back on like a bi-weekly thing.
Okay.
And you know, get back to that. But yeah, it definitely can take away from the time I would have for my own stuff. But also, you know, sometimes I'll work on my own shit. I'll super just sit there for a long ass time doing, you know, just zoning out, or or like, you know, I'll listen to like maybe not be as productive.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Like, it can also get me there so that I'm in that zone, and then like when they leave, maybe I'll work on something.
That's kind of what I was wondering. You know, does it suck you dry because you're like, well, I'm like having to help these kids be creative.
Right.
Or is it like giving you ideas while you're doing stuff, being like, oh, I could probably do something like that with this one? And like,
not so much that one. Not so much like getting ideas. I mean, I think it still like depends on like the artist and all that stuff. But you know, usually I'll have the way I've been working lately is like I recorded like, you know, in April I probably recorded like 14 songs, brand new. You know what I mean?
Christ.
Like the second half of April. But then like, you know, then it's like I haven't had no new songs really for, you know, a month or two now.
Well, that's not bad. It's okay
but,
if you have that
you know,
many. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
I got
a question.
I only put together an album, you know, and then I haven't had an album since. But
you know, it's rough out here. You know, you see, fucking Rodney Dangerfield.
You see.
So I got to ask you this: last month, with all the artists you recorded, what do you think the percentage of them that use auto-tune is?
Oh, let's see. I'd say it's pretty high. I think here's what actually Idle Hands put me on this game recently, and that was like put the auto-tune on there, even if it's like not noticeable, just because it's music and you want it to be in key.
Yeah.
And all that shit. But to answer your question, I'd say at least 80-90%.
Most of them, a lot of them are like, I want this.
If they want me to mix
have
it.
Requesting it.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. They're like, yeah, tune my shit.
Yeah.
And, I'll tune it anyways. But if then they're like, hey, don't tune my shit. But I'm just naturally going to think that it's going to be tuned. They're going to want that.
Yeah.
Which
maybe,
is, I think that's so weird for rapping to be tuned.
Well, it's a lot of
sure.
melodic stuff, too. It's
with
more
the melodic
rap.
stuff, I understand.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah,
yeah, just
absolutely.
like barring though,
Yeah,
like what's
it's never made sense to me. It's like you just
Yeah.
ripped 8-bar like punchlines. You don't need auto tune on that, dog.
Like, I'll put
do you imagine
auto-tune-
like Cassidy with some autotune?
Bro, you better make a fucking remix with get some Cassidy acapella vocals and fucking tune
Yeah,
it.
yeah, just punchline after punchline.
I need to see.
homie.
Fucking A, man. Well, here's the question that everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
Why the name change? Why did you go from SmOke SkreeZy?
So
Yeah.
I was gonna say before, if
To
anybody,
BigWigLTD.
who doesn't know, this voice sounds familiar to you. This is our very first guest right here.
Yeah.
Was SmOke SkreeZy.
SmOke SkreeZy. It was like episode 5 or something
Yeah.
like that. It's been a
Shows
while
that.
since you've
Been
been
a
here.
while.
It's been a while.
2 years.
2 years. Wow.
It's changed a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Sounds a little
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Got
Sounds
video.
better.
Got some
I
lights.
love it. I'm way more nervous.
you don't need to be. We've all
now
kicked it significant amounts since
Yeah.
the first time you were on here.
Right. Yeah.
But now it's the wig.
That's
though.
probably the biggest thing from the last time was that I got to hang out this fool a little bit.
Yeah.
And Mel fucking holds it down.
Dude, he's
My guy,
why do you
Mel.
think he's one of my best friends? Why do you think we used to party together too? It's
Yeah.
like, dude, it's like you want to have a good time, go get fucking crazy. He's about to fucking be Reno Charlie tonight.
Yeah.
Do the wildest shit. Barely remember it tomorrow.
Charlie.
Yeah,
Yo,
no, he's
Reno
fun as shit
Charlie.
to hang out, dude. He's clever. He's smart.
What's
he's
this
funny.
Reno Charlie? Hold on. Is that like a real thing?
So we're
Big
big
fans.
fans of Always Sunny.
And
Oh,
then
okay.
Charlie.
Oh, nice.
Charlie
he
gets fucking
He
crazy.
gets blackout
Yeah, he
drunk.
does.
Yeah,
he's
so
the
he's-
Reno
he
Charlie.
He started calling me Reno Charlie.
Yeah, fucking wild card.
He's wild card.
And who are you? I would probably be Danny DeVito.
Oh, I'd probably be Dennis.
You're probably Dennis. Yeah.
Oh, you're the fucking psycho.
My tools. I need my tools.
Minus the rapey part, but just like the intense.
Yeah, very
You bitch.
particular.
Yeah,
about
thinking
shit.
of
Very
smell, you
particular. It's got to be in control of the whole situation,
Yeah.
and you know,
Yes.
if
I
you
can
say
see
the
that.
wrong thing,
Very
he's
much
gonna.
so. I'm like,
Yeah.
let me tell you something about how I feel right now.
I'm the golden god.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. So that's the Reno Charlie. He used to be crazy, but that's. I mean, that's why we do a podcast all the time. Is because he's a shit man. So
Yeah,
I'm glad you
yeah,
got to
yeah.
hang out with him. Not a lot of
Yeah.
people get
Appreciate
to.
that.
It's
I
like
appreciate
Yeah, I
it's
was
like when
like,
you
yo,
get to
this
see
motherfucker's cool.
like a flower bloom that blooms every 27 years. 10,000 people gather around
saw
on this
this-
fucking on the island out in the fucking pygmy fucking wilderness.
I saw this one thing the other day. It was cracking me up. It was like a friend group, but it was one of those videos where the guy plays all the people, or whatever. But it was like the guy who the friend who nobody ever hears from. He just pops up every once in a
PD
while.
USA?
Yeah,
I love
no,
it.
it wasn't
Okay.
PD, but it was a different one. And then is he gonna come? Is he gonna come? I don't know. He didn't respond in the group chat, and then he just kind of slides in through the door. No, he's here.
yeah,
it's-
it is.
that
You're,
might be me
you're
these
elusive.
days.
Nice.
Yeah, no.
I
so-
relate to that, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's great, and it's cool that you guys you did some work together. You guys
Yeah.
got a song,
Yeah.
some rappy raps, some back and forth raps too.
Yeah,
we
that
did
was-
do some
that's the
back and
coolest
forth,
part.
Yeah.
That session was probably one of my favorite sessions I've had at the Hill, It was just like, I was off a little mic, you know what I'm saying? But I forget, I was like, yo, pick something, right? I was like, pick something.
Yeah, I picked a beat.
And we picked one of these Idle Hands beats, when it was like one of my favorite ones too, because
That beat's dope, yeah.
but I was like, I don't know how to go at it. So I was like, I was just like egging them on. I'm like, let's go then. All right, fine. How about whoever comes up with the first 4 bars goes first, right? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And then I was like, all right, well,
he
I got
came
mine.
up with his first, yeah.
But then he did his, and I'm like, oh, yours goes better first. So I was just like, oh,
I lied.
I was like, let's see who's better, and his shit just like he's like, it's a melancholy in the whale scale, and I was like, oh shit, I
That's
was
me.
feeling
He's
it.
talking
Yeah.
about me.
And he's like, I don't know if you're gonna like it. I'm like, oh, I'm like, you knew I was gonna like that.
If you want a compliment, I'll give you one.
Yeah, and so and just like by happenstance or whatever, it went right into my shit. Because I started in my shit, Wiiiig and melancholy, feel the envy on me or whatever. So I was like, yeah, that's perfect, you know. And then it was just like I was like testing him. I was coming to him, you know. I was like, you fucking suck, bro. Suck or whatever.
You know, I had the smell of shmoney. Come on.
Told you, you were just
like,
shitting
come
on me
on,
the
bro.
whole time.
And I was just having the best time, just like freestyling, trying to come up with stuff. I didn't write anything down, right? Like I didn't write shit down.
Are you Jay-Z?
Hey, Jay-Z.
Yeah, I don't like to write stuff down if
Lil
I can
Wayne
avoid
did.
it.
Yeah.
You know, especially if I'm in a moment like that, you know.
Well, when you're recording, like you got the mic on too, because that's how it was when when we like try to work. You just had the mic on.
Mike's hot the whole time.
So it was like, I don't. That's like real rapping shit. I don't do that.
Yeah, it was tight. It was a really fun sesh. Shout out to Albie, he was there.
That's I was like, I don't know if you guys are gonna like it, but I got my 4 or whatever, and he already did his, and then I did mine. Albie's all, yep, no, that's first. So,
yeah, totally. It was perfect, man. And it was just like, you know, and I was super impressed because the homie Mel right here kept up. He kept up with it. He kept coming with it, and he kept coming with fire shit too. You know, and I was just like,
rapping bars.
Yeah. Well, back to like
bars.
the Cash Hill part of it. Like that's all jokes aside. That's what it was dope. It was like it was definitely collaboration. But like anytime I got like stuck somewhere or something, like you or Albie were like, "Oh, try it this way," or maybe let's cut that word out here, or try saying it this way, or whatever the case may be. So it's definitely like coaching and guiding all at the same time. You know, just
I think that's
making
important.
a song.
Everybody trying to get to the best possible sounding thing that it can be, and not just letting somebody do it and be like, well, I don't want to tell them, you know.
Yeah, or being the guy who's stubborn and being like not wanting to take advice.
Exactly.
Because that's kind of how Al and I am. Sometimes like the last, I don't know, almost every song we've put out in the last year and a half or 2 years, I've written all the hooks and everything.
Yeah.
They're all essentially my songs featuring him.
Yeah.
And even the most recent ones, I'll be like, let's write a hook, and I'll pretty much have the hook completely written, and he's like, that works great.
Yeah.
And it works vice versa because he just came over with a beat that he produced completely. It's really dope. And he has this hook that's really fucking good. We recorded it. And when it came to recording, I was like, this is how we're going to record it. We're going to do it like this, so we can perform it live like this.
Oh, that's
you know,
sick.
so we can do back and forth. But he completely wrote the hook 100%. I edited 2 words. So it's not so repetitive and it fits a little bit different.
Yeah.
So it works both ways when you're actually working with somebody.
Yeah, when it's a
there's
collaborative
not that
effort,
jealousy like, oh, well, I want to say it's like, no, dude, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's fire.
Exactly.
that's the way it should be.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
Really, in all honesty. So if you're out there not being like that, fuck you.
Especially with like a little bit of competition thrown in there too, right? Not like not in like a toxic way, but it's just like in the instance of the song we wrote, like, all right, here's what I got. What do you got?
Well,
now?
especially with the kind of song that you wrote too, it's like rapper bars. You guys are barring out. You know what I'm saying?
But even in the sense of like doing a song with you or something, like you'll send me a verse and I'm like, that's great. I want to do something as good, if not better.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
And that's how it should always be. If I send you something, you should want to match it or exceed it.
Exactly.
You know,
straight up.
Absolutely.
So,
no, I'm stoked for the world to hear that. Maybe they'll hear it soon.
They might,
They might be able to hear it
at maybe the end of this potty.
They might hear it right after we go potty. He hit me up. He's all, I'm ready for the potty. I was like, you're potty trained.
right?
Spelling it Poddy. Potty. All right, you didn't answer the question. Why'd you change your name?
Oh yeah. We skirted around that.
Why'd you change your name?
All right, well, for one, you know, since I was last year, I probably put on like 50, 80 pounds, you know. So, you know, bigger in stature, bigger in waist.
Big. Okay.
Big, you know. But you know, I feel like we'll say there's a couple things. But like, you know, I felt like I wanted to change, blah, 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 from, you know, I felt like I was kind of in this, I kind of like pigeonhole myself a little bit with SmOke SkreeZy to for me. I just didn't know where to really go with it. So I wanted to just kind of start fresh, you know. And but the main reason is like, okay, here's what it is. Here's what it really is, though. Me and Al were playing with this idea, like, because you know me, I want to make it difficult. I want to have a different name for everything I do. So it's like my engineer name's got to be different than my rapper name, you know. So I was like, oh, it's BigWigG. I'm on the boards, BigWigG on the boards for, you know, a few months, and I think it really started like probably around when I got Cash Hill, you know, is when I started playing with that idea. But like it really started coming out a lot more in the last few months. And but why I say BigWigG is it's not only because, you know, I feel like I'm a big shot or whatever, right? and you know, I'm about my business or whatever. It's not just that, you know. It's when I was a kid, I was into rap, and when I was a kid, rap wasn't that popular out here. There wasn't no songs on the fucking radio. There wasn't, you know, the kids in my class in 4th grade weren't feeling it. I'm bringing my West Side Connection fucking CD booklet to school to read the lyrics in class, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, you fucking wigger, you know, shit like that. So I grew up with the whole wigger thing, and I just thought it'd be funny to like play into that and be like, yo, it's the big wig, you know, like it's the bigger wigger. No. It's the hardy R. No, I don't know, man. I'm still, you know, working it out, but it's the bigger wigger. You know what I mean? So that's
so funny. Holy shit, that's hilarious.
That's the history of the name. And you know, Big Wig is too plain. Like, it can't just be Big Wig. There's probably 1,000 Big Wigs, and I fall right into the same thing from SmOke, where there's a million SmOkes.
I looked up on Spotify, I typed in Big Wig, and I was like, there's a lot of Big Wigs. There's like a fucking metal band called Big Wig. And then I put LTD.
Yeah.
You popped right up.
Yeah, the LTD is what
it stands out.
Yeah.
So
And you are limited.
I am limited.
You are a fucking limited edition.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Damn, dude, that's so good. Dude. I love it.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, I was not expecting that. It's hilarious. I'm not surprised because, I mean, you are fucking hilarious. Anybody who's never like, this guy's fucking great. It's so fun to hang out with. So, no, that's okay. So now we know. Now, I got to ask you about your face tat.
Yeah, sure.
Did it hurt?
No, it actually, dude, it was like... It
was
healed
mad
so
quick.
fast.
Was it super quick?
Dude, like, I was in and out that thing in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I was like, damn.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. It's mostly, it's just line work, right?
Yeah. So
but I feel like it's got to be so sensitive. Like,
you would think it would be, right?
I don't know.
I wanted it a little closer in my eye socket, and she's like, I don't want to hit your eye socket. I'm like,
she's like,
you're the pro.
You're like, just do the eye.
Yeah. So she's like, you know, and she was also like, yo, I don't usually do face tats. I never gave a tattoo that, you know, motherfuckers regretted, so don't be my first, you know. And you know, my girl was mad as fuck about it. But, you know, I had to do it. I just felt like I had to do it because I just wanted to, for one, it represents, like, my love for the city. You know what I'm saying? And like, I didn't even
tell the folks what it is.
Oh, it's the Ace. It's the Ace Reno Aces.
The Reno
logo.
Aces logo.
Yeah. So, you know, and that's like, I didn't even think, I didn't premeditate the Reno Ace thing, but when I got it, I was like, oh, I'm the Reno Ace for sure. You know,
that's tatted.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Reno Ace tatted on my face.
But it's just like, I wanted to be, you know, I felt like I was maybe, you know, I just wanted a fucking face tat, man. And I wanted to rep my city for it, and I couldn't, like, get the fucking Reno arch across my forehead or anything like that.
I mean, you could.
I mean, you could have,
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I wanted something that was,
well, obviously you don't
cool
love the city that much, then.
Yeah, I mean, geez, dude. You could have got, like, you know, the pothole that says City of Reno just across your belly. I mean, we can get you some tattoos.
We got some ideas, you know.
Just get that Washoe County seal, dude.
Just do the Reno arch as a mustache. Tatted mustache, Reno arch.
Don't give me ideas.
Fu Manchu.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Well, fucking A. Either way, I'm stoked because it's not like you're all of a sudden you're not going to be good at rapping and you're not going to be creative. I mean, your first released food.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit, actually. Where are we at right now?
Is it break time?
Yeah, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about, you know, food and plot. We'll talk about the new music you've dropped.
Yeah, I love food,
too.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all see it. We love food.
Yeah.
We're three dudes who love food, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Nice.
All right. We are back.
Back at it.
Oh, man. I hope there was a really cool ad for you guys, as always. And before we left for the break, we were talking a little bit about your new releases as BigWigLTD.
Nice.
More specifically, we were talking about food,
Yes.
which is your first release that you did this year as BigWig.
Nice.
Featuring our friend and multiple guest appearance, Richie Pinelli.
Yeah.
So
Sounds rich.
I want to talk a little bit about what went into that song because it's called Food.
Yep.
And we were talking earlier before you got here how you have a tendency to write verses that are very creative, metaphorically about something. Like the whole song's
focused on
shit
one
ton of
subject.
food references, but all meaning different stuff. There's innuendos and all types of stuff in there. It's very, very creative. So what was, I mean, the writing process and the thought behind that song? Did you have that? And then
Nice.
with Richie recording there so much, being like, hey, you want to be a part of this, or did you originally start it with him, or how did that go?
So I have this shelved project of SmOke SkreeZy called People in Cars. And I was having, so like, you know, I'll do something over a YouTube beat, but then you know, Matty B, Idle Hands was like, yo, let me get those acapellas and I'll make you a custom. And I love when he does that. So, you know, and so that was actually, I have this song called Zoo, and, oh damn, I just had a thought. I need to fix that song. Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Engineer brain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry. So, anyways, he was trying to remake this beat for this song Zoo, and it's crazy because that song's probably never coming out. But this song Food came off of that try he did for Zoo. I'm like, yo, this beat's so hard. I need that beat for just another song. It was so good, you know. So, you know, and I was writing. You know, I've been trying to do like. You know, I'm not trying to talk about what everybody else talk about, whether it's, you know, rapping about my bars or rapping about shooting people or I'm a gangster or like I'm
whatever
not, or you know, whatever it may be. I'm just not trying to be like the usual thing. So I was like, well, I'm working on something. I probably won't do a project, but if I did, it'd be called Thematic, like Illmatic, but thematic, because it'd be like a bunch of songs with themes in it, and maybe I'd try to find some way to interweave a general theme throughout, or something like that, you know, or like you know, just like personification and stuff like that. So, the Food though, so I wrote that song, and you know, I was like, yeah, this is dope, and you know, I recorded it probably a few times, and then I was like, yo, Rich, what do you think of this? And he's like, yo, I got 4 bars right now.
Okay.
And I'm like,
all right. Sounds about right.
And you know, I always appreciate when someone wants to help and will actually follow through. Like
Yeah, for sure.
I have a lot of songs where it's like, you know, I do a verse and a hook, and then it's like, you know, homie's like, oh no, I want to get on that right there, and I'm like, all right, because then I like kind of stop writing to it, and I'm like, it's like gone, like the thrill is gone until you bring it back, and then it's like they'll never come back. So, but Rich was back like the next day with that verse, and I was like, yo, that's Manny, and it was dope. And Rich was like, you know, Rich is like, let's put some money on it. I want to do it was Rich's vision, Richie's vision for
the video,
the Fruit of the Looms, and all that shit, and he had the hookup on the location, you know what I'm saying, for the video shoot.
Studio.
Yeah. I'm like, they got shit like this out here?
I didn't know. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, bro. Like the light was like as big as this room.
Oh, I believe it.
Above us. Yeah, it was so. It was definitely the funnest time I ever had doing a video shoot. It was
it's a real like studio like warehouse style looking fucking dope ass shit.
I felt really fucking cool. For sure. I felt
even
like
dressed up in a grape Fruit of the Loom fucking costume.
Yeah, I definitely did. I felt like the fucking man. I was live, you know. I was like, yeah, we live over here, whatever, you know, just stupid shit. But it was a great time. Shout out to Matty B for sliding, you know. He don't like to pull up for stuff like that, you know, but... And shout out to Richie too, you know, that was like Richie's vision for it, and it was just dope, and like, you know, all the content we shot around it, like when we shot like
going downtown,
when we shot that stuff, it was really good. Like it was cool just to see the reactions from people, like they were like smiling and shit. It was like we made people's day.
Hey, you were taking pictures with people and shit.
Yeah, like, it was cool, man. So like that was a cool part. It was a cool nice little set off to like the BigWigLTD thing. And, you know, it made me feel, it was just a good time. It was just like, you know, it was fun. It was fun as fuck.
It looked like it was fun.
Yeah,
okay, so that's cool that he came up with the idea and wanted to go ahead and push it like that.
Yeah.
I assumed it was like your idea, and you were like, I got these costumes.
Nah.
Like he just had...
Hey, doctor, you want to wear one? Like, you know, I thought... Maybe
like he just had them in his closet already.
Right.
He's like, these were 2 Halloweens ago.
No, it was crazy because motherfuckers like, you know, where'd you get those costumes at? And I'm like, Amazon. You know, it was some real... You know, so Richie, it was just cool to have like an additional investor to pull your money with, because usually I'm like, it's all me, and everything's all me. So it's cool to have like another brain. To,
absolutely,
like, go off of.
Sometimes it gets tiring trying to be everything.
And like
you're everything. You and record like, your own shit, engineer. So.
I feel like low key when I did the drop every week, I like burnt out all my homies for like feedback. Like to this day, I'm like, well, I don't even want to send you motherfuckers feedback because y'all be like, yeah, let me hear that, and then don't hear nothing, you know. Yeah. And I'm like, well, fuck, like, you know, if I send you something and you're my pal,
Yeah, exactly. Especially if they're like, yeah, dude, send it to me.
Please, I want to hear that. No, for
Yeah.
sure.
Why
And
the
there's like,
fuck would
just like radio silence. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, you're
like,
like, okay, I guess no response is a response.
Well,
yeah.
And then-
Why, this shit sucks.
And then we were kind of talking about that when I was over there, and you were saying that you absolutely hate fire emojis.
Oh, I hate you. Don't send me no fucking
Yeah.
fire
I'm going to give you
emojis.
every fire emoji. I'm going to write out 3x fire emoji. Instead of sending you the actual fire emoji, I'm just going to text it to you.
I think I
Type
said,
it
he
out.
was like, how's it sound? I'm like, fire emoji, you know? But I write it out. He was like, I fucking hate fire emojis. It's like, you might as well not send me anything then, you know? Like,
It's probably the
thing.
same effect where it's
Yeah.
like, this shit probably
You
sucks.
get a fire emoji, you'll get praying hands,
Yeah.
you'll get a muscle arm from me, or a thumbs up.
Because look. here's
But
my
if you're
thing.
looking for feedback, like honestly,
Yeah.
then I'll write
Yeah,
you some.
yeah,
I'm not going to
right.
send you a fire emoji.
So we've been...
At least hit me with that one bar you fucked with or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you know?
we've been bonding over, as you've heard, our love of the old school wrestling or whatever. So the last
NWO.
yeah. So the last mix he sent me,
Suck it.
the last mix he sent me of the track that we got coming up. I just sent him a meme of Kane with shooting the fire up out of the post. I was like, you're just getting wrestling memes.
That's a
from me
real
now.
fire emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was different. That was cool. I liked that a lot.
So I meant it. you know?
Yeah, we're communicating via
I had
wrestling
to
memes.
search it up and everything. Like I had to go through to find the time to send that, so it was real.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah,
You're like, I don't even know how to send these things. Now I had to learn how to
Seriously.
do it. I had to YouTube it.
I barely know how to
Right.
work my phone.
That's fucking great.
That's great.
So you dropped food. You did
Yep.
the video. You did a bunch of promo for it, and then
Yeah.
you just recently released a song called "Plot,"
Yep, plot.
which is a whole different vibe.
Yeah,
And that,
totally.
That beat is nasty.
Maddie B, shout out Maddie B.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, that wasn't Dre. That wasn't Dr. Dre.
Nah,
Oh, damn.
Damn.
That was
Wasn't
That was Dr. Hands.
It's Dr. Hands.
Dr. Hands.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a man with the hands, talented hands, in
Yeah.
multiple ways. He can
Multiple.
make beats. He can make your back not
He can-
crooked.
Yeah, straight up.
Fucking hook you up.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. Well, I noticed. Well, obviously, you guys have a good relationship, a working relationship with Idle
Yeah.
Hands.
Shout out.
So, does he just send you like packs of beats? He's like, here's
already
12.
know.
Here's 15 beats. Just hope you use them or not.
I mean, look, I called him out. I was like, quit playing, Matt. You know you just sent me all the beats nobody wanted, bro. He's like, how dare you? But like,
those are some pretty great beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I've probably gone through a lot of those beats now. Like, I've gone through probably like, he sent me like a pack of 30 last year, and I've probably gone through at least like 20, 15,
God damn.
And yeah, but like, motherfuckers are sleeping on some of those,
Oh, yeah.
Some of those are fucking fire.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
As you can see or as you can hear, So like,
As you can see, those beats are fire.
Yeah.
You can see them. You're Pharrell. Get that green bug, dude. I'm gonna kill it. I have to. It's gonna drive me nuts if not.
Do
Stay
it.
there. It's gonna attack you if you don't.
right.
If you don't stop moving.
And there you go.
you bastard.
Be free. Lands on the camera lens.
Not that free.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you could do that on camera. I think we'd get canceled. They'd be like, you killed an insect.
It's Milo and Otis all over
Yeah.
again.
Oh, fucking
Damn it.
yeah.
30 bugs got killed in the making of this episode. Fuck. We went outside on the break and we let some bugs in. God damn it. Had to kill them all. Well, shit, dude. So plot. Let's talk about the plot a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So are you going to do a full promotion for that, or you just put that one out and just a little promotion that you have? You're not doing like a full music video and costume
Nah.
again?
And like, I think,
Every video has a costume now.
I mean, I do like that approach, but that can be bad ROI,
I agree.
And I think,
Starts to get kind of expensive.
it gets really expensive really fast.
It just
and-
has a storage unit full of fucking like duck costumes and shit. Like,
Yeah, I actually have another song I'm working on called Mexican Food. No,
Here come the taco.
I'm down with it, dude. I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
I mean, it's not called Mexican food, but it's low key food too. From
Food too.
Mexico
Food,
City.
Also food.
Food too.
Also food.
Also food.
Oh shit, that's like Doom food.
Yeah,
There you go.
Nice.
Food
You guys love
songs.
Doom. You guys love him.
I love
do.
Doom. Yeah.
Motherfucking
Doom is all right for me. He's just all right. I've been trying to get into him. I mean, I do like the food album.
What
for
did you?
sure.
Well, he has,
What have you listened to?
I haven't like.
He
even
raps
dug in.
very, very, very obscure and
I
different.
like
On
his.
every
I like the
project, too.
rhymes.
That's
I like
just
the
the way he
rhymes
raps.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Every
I was
project.
gonna
His
say,
voice is
like,
cool.
A lot of people I know are like, he's just, I don't know. I'm like, but listen to what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a genius.
Right, so,
like
like-
you had to have listened to Mad Villain. Obviously, everybody's.
I didn't even. I know.
Well, that
I
was like
listened
the
to
most
some of
commercial
it.
one.
That's what
for
I'm
sure.
saying.
Yeah, I've listened to some of it. I always heard about it. But yeah, for some reason, for me, like when I was, back in the day when I was like, I think when,
Rhyme Sayers fan.
Yeah, Rhyme Sayers
Sure,
came
sure.
out with Food, right? That's when I tried to get into it, and it was just hard to find the shit.
Food is a little bit not knowing anything about Doom
Yeah.
and just trying to jump
Yeah,
into
you're just
Doom.
like,
That's
okay,
kind of a
man.
weird jumping in point. It was kind of
Yeah, you're like,
But
Is
I
he
do
a
like
gimmick rapper?
Potholders. Like Potholders is fire. Love that one.
it's been so long since I listened to the album.
Don't forget
Obviously,
your
Hoe Cakes.
Potholders.
Well, he has leftovers too.
Hoe Cakes.
Leftovers.
Rap, Snitch, Niches.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
great one.
That's a good one.
Telling all their business.
Yeah,
Going
his
to
whole
court.
shit is his whole thing is genius.
Yeah.
Like just from the beginning of it, like
Yeah.
very, very smart. But anyways, yes, you're not like Doom. Okay, I'm not saying
R.I.P. Doom.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're
R.I.P.
like trying to copy him or anything. I did not mean that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you're good.
So as far as plot, you're not gonna do a full video for that?
No,
or?
I think so. Like where I would probably rather put my money right now is I'd probably rather do, I'd probably put more thought into. Like I just didn't have a lot of ideas or like
Yeah, sometimes you just put
I
a
just
song
didn't
out.
want to.
Yeah.
I just like I'm trying to get. I got a bunch of songs like always, and so I was just trying to get that one out. That one, that was probably like the first time I said BigWigg on a record. So I was like, well, this technically is a BigWigg song then.
There you go.
It's the
There you go.
BigWigg in this bitch dig. So, even though, I said like blotter ink on it, but, I fucking scratched it out and fucking shit like that, But,
Well-
there is a version with like smoke and, all that shit on it. And,
Okay.
blotter ink at the end and shit like that.
Of course, I was going to say it's your signature, so that's probably hard to get rid of
Yeah.
when they're recorded a year ago or some shit. But my question for you is, sitting on all these songs you recorded in April, does it become a struggle to figure out what you want to release
Sure.
with so many options? Because obviously you like all of the songs that you're creating and that you're willing to go ahead and release.
Right.
So, like...
It's hard
For
to
me,
figure
I
out.
write one song at a time, or two songs we'll have finished, and we'll release one of them. But having 10 plus to choose from,
Yeah.
that's got to be a little kind of like anxiety ridden because you're like, well, this one's good for this reason, this one's good for this reason. I have this idea which is really dope, but this idea is also super dope.
I would.
What is what is the process for like choosing that, like and picking
Yeah,
and choosing?
I would assume that it's just whichever costumes come in get delivered first, right?
Fucking
That's
yeah.
definitely a factor. Like, I got the Hall and Nash
I got
costumes
the- I
coming
got
for
the-
our song.
I got my shark costume, so okay, I guess we're doing this one next month.
a song called Baby Shark.
Baby Shark, nice. Yeah, so I know what you mean. I think for me, it's been what's harder is just picking the order in which they go out as well. So like,
Yeah,
I got
for sure.
songs I know I want to put out, but I don't want to necessarily put out yet or whatever, but I know I want to put them out. So it's just like figuring out the order and the frequency that's really the challenge, and also just actually getting, say, once I do pick a song and I'm like, yeah, I want to put it out now in like 2 weeks and I need to have it done within the next 4 days, and it's like, but I want to work on this other song right now because I'm like a master procrastinator. So like,
And ADHD can sometimes kick in hard where you're like, "All right, but this, and then this, and then that.
yeah, and so now I'm working on this song that I didn't need to work on at all, and now I'm lagging on getting this mix done. So like, it is hard. It's difficult to once you have so many songs, it's like, well, what the fuck do I have? And you got if you want it to be as good as it can be or whatever, you gotta like because I'm an artist, so it's like I want to try to find something cohesive, whatever. But like I think I know the next, and it always changes anyway. Even if I have like a release schedule set up, it'll always change no matter what. Like it's like, well, I want to put this out. Like I was supposed to put out the song I was ZP Radic for instead of Plot, but ZP's like, oh, whatever, blah blah blah. Let's wait. I'm like, all right, we'll wait then. So I had to pivot, do Plot, do this one.
Yeah, and then you have to plan all the promotion, pre-promotion, after
God,
promotion.
that shit just kills me the most.
It's hard. The hardest to do.
It's
hard to do when you have multiple people too. When you have to
Yeah.
get on someone else's schedule and be like, hey, we need to shoot like certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, also we need to come up with some sort of ideas that are not super basic.
Yeah, I mean, just for me,
So
even
that's
just
hard,
like
too. Like if you have like a feature, like that's got to be kind of difficult.
well, it
too.
was just like for me, like typing the copy for the post. Like I dropped this song and it's so cool. You should check it out. Like and hashtag so other people see it. And it gets like and it doesn't like get any traction really. So it's just like, bro, I'm putting in all this mental energy into
Do you schedule your posts?
Until the algorithm.
Do you schedule them?
I usually probably
What I
do.
found recently, I started doing this like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Is scheduling the shit. If you have the content prior,
Right.
then you don't. It's not so stressful.
Right.
Because then you're like, oh, I need to promote. Then you're like stressed out about it. If
Right.
it's already scheduled, like even 5 days in advance,
Right.
then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's
Which
just like
it's just having the content
it's
prepared
just-
prior.
Yeah.
For me, I do have the content and all that. It's just doing that. And it's like, so I'll like, and I know there's ways to go about things to make it easier and shit, but
Well, I find that's easier to do
Yeah.
because it's not going out right then.
right.
Sure.
That way, if you're
Totally,
like,
yeah,
I
I
like
did
that, I can
that.
go back and edit it before anybody sees
Yeah,
it. Like,
yeah.
you
And
know.
I'll like do drafts and stuff, and I'll try to like get shit ready. But then I'll like I'll also have to post it on a million things, and
Mm-hmm.
you got to post natively in that app. So it's like I can't just like
Copy paste.
like I
It doesn't
can
get the
copy paste, but I
traction,
still got to
If
edit
it's
it.
an Instagram video and TikTok, yeah.
Right, blah 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 bullshit.
Yeah, it
So I'm
sucks.
like, I'm like, well, so like
me.
if I test the waters with plot like that, and it's not really gaining traction, then it's like, well, I got so much shit. Let's just go to the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's got to be frustrating in a way too.
Yeah.
I mean, having the problem of having too much music, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that.
I've never ever been like, damn,
like-
dude, I just have too much stuff.
Right.
I've had
Ever.
that. I've always had that problem.
I'm always writing songs, but I'm never like sitting on them. Rarely ever do I sit on a song.
I'm like notorious like a sitter on my music. Like
I'm not. As soon as I record it, it'll be out.
nice.
I think as soon as we recorded Billy Goats, it was out 3 weeks later.
Yeah, it was
Like,
out pretty quick.
The day that I got it and it was mixed and mastered, I was
Yeah.
like, well, let's go ahead and
And,
set
like,
the
I was-
date it's going to be released.
I was thinking about it, man, and they be acting like they really know, but
No, they're just some Billy Goats.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never had that problem either. I don't really sit on music either. I just put it out as soon as I do it. So
It's just
Yeah,
like
except
I
for
got
that one
so
EP.
much.
The thing that we always lied about is we're like, he's been sitting on. We built up this EP that he's been sitting on. It wasn't even finished yet.
no,
We were promoting
yeah,
it.
that's what it was.
Nice.
Just-
We lied. We got you all. That song "Saving Face" wasn't written 5 years ago.
no. That was
Right.
5 minutes ago when we put it up.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
Just finished
That's how
getting
it
it.
is.
Yep.
Hilarious.
It's ridiculous.
Good
Well,
times.
I don't know if Melancholy has any questions. I feel like I've been hogging you.
No,
I feel
you're
bad.
good, you're good.
Okay, I feel bad.
That's great. I love it.
No, I don't know. I feel like I'm on.
It's like,
the,
no, I'm not interested in him.
Yeah. I'm over it. Yeah.
He's like, I'll get you back when you come on the podcast. I'll diss you.
I'm over it. Whatever.
Like, yeah. Wig, whatever, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about the studio a little bit because I know you talked
Sure.
about engineering and stuff, but
Yeah.
I want to talk about because it is your business. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying
totally.
it's you're
Cash out.
you are an entrepreneur to the fullest, where you have your own studio. And it's only, it's been days since I've been there. I haven't been there in a long time. It looks amazing now.
Oh, nice. Thank
When
you.
I got there, you were still like, you just got like the panels and stuff. It was still brand new.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, it was brand new. It's looking really, really, really dope.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the business a little bit, the business aspect of it. That way, any young MCs that might be listening or watching that,
Yeah.
Definitely need to come through the cash show.
they don't
Definitely.
they don't like the way their stuff sound, or
Yeah.
maybe they don't know where to go. And now that
Hey,
they've seen this,
come
and,
to Cash Show. Elevate
and they've
your
heard
art.
you,
Yeah,
they see
yeah.
how friendly you are and how
What's
easy it is to work with you.
I don't know. Do you have like I was gonna say like rates? Is it flat rates with people or what's the deal? Just in case anybody listening is interested.
I'm doing 50 an hour right now, 50 an hour. If you know how to bang it out, and if you don't want, I could get you a mix before you leave. You know what I'm saying?
I was
No,
gonna
you
say
Bang it
that.
out in an hour. I'll get you a mix before you leave. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I'm pretty flexible when it comes to if you do have notes. You know what I'm saying? But if you can bang it out, I can do my job. You know what I mean? So I know.
And it's not just recording, mixing, and mastering. They also have like production options.
Right.
They'll do like live session videos for you, help you with some content while you're recording there. That way you can promote what you're doing. I mean, if you guys want to see, go to my Instagram page. We did something for Billy Goats.
Yep.
And the video's on there. I promoted it and stuff like that. It's really cool what they do.
Nice.
And it's super friendly. I mean, God damn it, it's nice.
Great environment.
Yeah.
You know, and that's half the battle right there.
It is. It's not intimidating.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being younger because I recorded in a professional studio at one point. It was the studio you had at one point. It was Water Sign Studios over off of Longley.
Holy shit.
It was the studio prior to, I think, you having it. Mm-hmm. And it was the first time I ever went to a studio and they had this really expensive microphone. And I was just like, this is fucking ridiculously intimidating.
That's
you know
what I'm saying.
Like, it was just, especially when you're young. So, like, having somebody who's an artist, been around, done stuff for a long time, like it helps a lot. So,
and I doubt you remember it all, but the first time I was in like a real studio was your studio.
Really?
Yeah.
Which
was
one?
that studio?
Was that one
On
on
the same
Longley?
one off Longley?
Yeah.
I love that place. I should have kept it.
It was cool. The only thing I didn't like about it is like, this is a studio, but I don't have a window into the. I want to.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like they got the wall, and the dude used to have a camera, so when you're inside the engineer booth, you can see a TV.
Right.
But when you're inside the room where you're recording, you can't see back in.
Yeah,
the
I think
engineer
that's
booth.
crucial. So I've had like some adjustments, like I've put some mirrors in place so I can look at the artist and, you know.
Well, what's really
shit
cool
like that.
about your space is that you do what like a lot of artists do, where they just take the mic and they just put it in the control room. Because I mean, unless you're like playing instruments and stuff like that,
Or singing.
you really don't need to be in a separate isolated room with all the like. Unless you're getting
Right,
like
you
real
can.
crazy, you
can 100%.
You can, but like a lot of artists will work just right there with the engineer. That way they can be like, no, flip that. And it's just more. I think personally, it's more of like how a lot of artists started out with their homies working at their house in their living room or some shit like that, So it's just more of a comfortable space like that too. That's my favorite part about working there. At Cash Hill. I love it. And the view too. When you go, you take a little smoke break and you step out and you're like, you can see the skyline of Reno downtown, especially at nighttime. It's all lit up.
So cool.
94 colors. You're like,
no, I definitely like that too, because it's just boom, it's right there in the room. You just like do whatever you do, and then just like immediately you're right there for feedback. Like it's not, it's not coming through a different channel.
And they got a fridge and shit. So if you bring drinks and you're gonna be there for like a 2-hour fucking session, your fucking iced tea's not getting warm. It's not. No, it's not longer. It's not warm tea. You can put it in the fridge and shit.
He made me keep my Gatorades outside though.
Yeah, I was like, get that shit out of here.
Because he doesn't trust you.
The fucking Gatorades. Get that shit out of here.
When I went there,
we know what's in there.
When I went there, he was like, "You want ice cubes, man?" Like he hooked it up. It was hell nice. It was real nice.
Do you want the America's Most Wanted ice cubes or the Predator, War and Peace? We got them all.
We got them all. We got all the ice cubes. Every album.
To go
Hey,
along with
secret though, we got some NWA ice cubes over here too.
Ayo. And some NWO ice cubes.
Yeah, we go.
Down.
That drip's freezing. No, but any young artists that are looking for a place to record, gotta check out Cash Hill Studios. Super dope. Super dope.
You don't even have to be young. You could be old as well.
Yeah, or you could be middle aged.
You could be middle aged too.
We're middle aged. We go there.
Yeah.
You could be a rap dad. You could be a no dad.
You don't have to be a dad.
A no dad.
You could be a bad dad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just don't talk about.
Just
being
don't
a
talk
shitty
about
father.
being a bad dad.
We'll judge you.
I mean, you can talk about it. I'll talk about it with you.
Like, man, that's bad that you're bad.
Like, hey,
You're a bad bunny.
that's crazy. I would never thought that was an option. Like, you ever think about that? Like, people just be like, peace out, never seeing my kids again. I'm like, bro, how is that like a thing?
How do you just? So you're a serial killer. You don't love. You have no feelings. That's why I don't understand. It's like I can never do that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, especially we had it done to us,
Exactly.
And
It's
then like
do you
25 years later, it's like,
care?
oh man, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Could you not care
guy.
about your children? Like
Yeah.
you just leave and. No wonder they were alcoholics and shit. It's like,
Right?
They were just trying to deal with the fact they were shitty people. It's like, hey, just be better.
Just be better. Just like,
Just go to Cash Hill Studio and
yeah,
fucking record a song.
God damn it. Problem solved.
No, definitely hit him up. Definitely hit him up. And you never know. If it's something dope, you might get a feature from SmOke. You don't work for free.
No.
You heard it.
I mean, shit, you putting in enough
Just
hours.
do rap
I'll
like
do
crazy
some.
though. I don't understand how you like
The
you
late
can,
bars.
you rap like all like you can rap anytime like on the cut like
what I'm
that.
saying.
Like it's pretty crazy.
I was over there. He was just rapping nonstop the entire time.
Yeah, we tried to do a song
Yeah.
together, and it was
Yeah.
like we went through some beats and stuff, and I was like, I'm so weird when I write songs. You've written songs with me. I'm so awkward, and he's like, he can rap. He just freestyles, and it's good, and it's dope, and I was like, I feel illegitimate. It was kind of intimidating.
That's hilarious.
It was
That's funny.
intimidating,
That's
you know?
wild. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's like a part of the thing though with cash shows. Like I want to make the artist comfortable, so I do my best to do that. If whether like homie brought some motherfucking tacos and shit one time, it was
Damn.
fire. I
That's
was
tight.
like,
That's the way to do it,
fuck?
though. That's the way to do it. Like, you want to build a relationship, treat just the same way you would for your homies.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, keep it real. You know, if you're really trying to work and you're going to come back and do multiple songs and you want it to be something that's comfortable, you got to be real about it.
Yeah,
You know.
100%.
And it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Engineer, employees
Yep.
of the business.
Yeah.
Per se.
Right.
And, like, my favorite thing about when I went in to record that song was you're like, this doesn't necessarily apply to you, but we kind of got some rules, And you have some standards. You're like, don't bring 92 of your fucking friends. It's not a party house. It's not like, hey, we're all in the studio smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need a bunch of a drunk fucking 18-year-old kids in here and
right,
shit.
nah.
Like, and I was like,
I mean, maybe a
Awesome,
couple, but as long as they're respectful.
yeah, understand that some people like to be in a different vibe when they record, and you're not like,
Right.
leave that at the
Yeah.
door. We're sober and we're vegan, no beef jerky. You're not. It's nothing like that.
But
you
it's
know what
not
I'm
a
saying?
party. You're there to do your job.
Right.
It's business. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
And
Right.
someone trying to record a song paying you money is not going to want to deal with their dumb drunk friends
Right.
either.
Nah.
It's just a professional setting.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've had people like low key waste their time because like it's like the time starts when we agreed upon me to be there. So if you're like an hour or two late, you're still got to pay me for that time. Especially if I have Albie come through to like back me up, a second engineer,
Exactly.
or whatever. It's like I got to pay people too, and I got to pay my bills and all that. So
Time is money, and it's not free. It's not like
yeah,
if
up.
if your appointment doesn't show up, that you still get that money from out of nowhere. It's not like it just goes in your bank account.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, it's like you make a doctor's appointment, call no show. They still get that copay out
They
of you.
they,
You know what
they
I mean?
charge you a fee no matter
Yeah,
what, unless
exactly.
you cancel with enough time for them to rebook and fill that space. And that's-
Exactly, yeah.
And that's the way it should be. It's professional shit. But it doesn't mean you can't come through and enjoy yourself and loosen up a little bit.
No,
you know what I'm
100%,
saying?
yeah, just
You
don't-
keep it right. Don't be disrespectful.
Don't be disrespectful.
Yeah,
Right.
and don't be a dude just because you watched fucking Playboy Cardi act fucking wild doesn't mean you get to do that. You're
I
not
heard
that.
little tidbit. So
Little tidbit.
I
Is that our
heard-
new rapper in town? Jokes.
nice. Well, I just heard that contrary to what you may believe, that like Ice Cube said, yeah, we would have a real session before the homies got there, and then we'd have another session like pretending basically to fucking I don't know what it was, like
Sure.
maybe
They
show
want
them the shit.
freestyle.
Right? But it's like we had a party sesh for the homies.
Yeah.
And, that's cool and all.
Understandable. No, business is business,
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't want to spend that over. For
And
the
if you're
most
trying
part.
to work, I mean, do you want to wake up the next day and be like, "Oh, studio session was pretty cool," like it was a party,
What
and
if-
then listen to what you made and be like, you're just all drunk as shit and sound
Right.
like an idiot.
What-
It's like,
what a
I don't
weird-
care what engineer you're working with.
what a
homie.
weird-
You're hammered.
Well, kind of like a weird concept too, because it's like those people are just gonna come. They're just gonna sit there. They're just gonna
Yeah.
watch you.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't do that at my job. Like, hey, come over here. I'm on Excel right now. Just
Why
come
would you
peep
want
this.
people
just
watching
peep
you?
this right now? You know.
Why would
You
would
see me plug that formula in right there?
Why would you want people watching you? Yeah, it makes
That's
no
what it is.
sense.
Yeah, yeah,
And why
yeah.
would you want to watch somebody?
No.
That would be like if you're like, hey, you got the day off? Come to my work and check me out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it makes none of it makes sense.
So if you're
Like-
stocking shelves, damn. she's
Like
seen-
if you got your one homie or whatever that like I don't even understand. I went there by myself.
I need some
Yeah.
feedback. Am I doing this right? Like, am I
Yeah.
stocking the shelf correctly?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's different
Like,
if
is
he's
he-
like part of the team, right?
Yeah, if
like
he's, like,
creative,
if he-
whatever. But just
Yeah.
like your boy,
Yeah.
Right.
is gonna bring him through.
Or 5 of them and your girlfriend. Like
Your
that doesn't
girlfriend.
make sense to me.
Right.
Like,
Like-
and more than likely, your girlfriend doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, my girl does not give a shit.
Fuck no.
If I was like, hey, I'm gonna
I gotta wait till my girlfriend goes to sleep to rap.
If I was like, hey,
She,
Hope,
I don't
I'm
even
gonna
do that shit
go.
when she's awake. She doesn't want to hear that.
I'm gonna go record. You want to come? She's like, no. Fucking just
So I can sit there and be quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, hey, be quiet.
no.
Stop making. Don't talk.
fuck up the vibe.
Yeah.
Don't talk,
bitch.
But smile.
Like nobody,
Like nobody.
nobody enjoys it. You know. So it's
Yeah,
like,
unless I want a song, I don't want to be there with anybody else. Like,
Nah.
I've never been like, "Hey, Smoke, what are you doing? Can I just come kick it at your studio while you sit in the session and do nothing? Just sit there."
I'm just gonna watch.
Like, why? Like, who just wants to be around that shit?
No.
Yeah, it's really like, you know, contrary again, unless you're like Kiss with like roller skate naked girls in the studio.
Very
like,
true.
It's pretty fucking boring. It's
yeah.
really like meticulous, and you know, depending on the artist, you know, it's really fucking just you're listening to the same song for hours.
And you're not even listening to the song because you don't have headphones on.
Yeah.
So you're just listening to a dude do an a cappella verse 42 times and then do the hook 14 times and then do the second verse 38 times.
While you just sit on your phone,
not over a beat.
You know?
Yeah, I actually got the opportunity to have. It was Richie and Meta came through, so I was like, "Hey, Rich, I got this third pair of headphones. Want to throw them on?" First time I got to do that, it was
That's
cool.
pretty cool. That's
That
way
is
better than
cool.
sitting there and just
Yeah.
listening to somebody rap.
It's silence. Yeah.
And especially if you're going to be on the song together, then you can actually give them real time feedback. You can
Yeah,
be
it
like,
was cool. It was
easily,
cool.
yeah.
That session was cool too. Like, because I was like, you know, I had to flex my my engineer muscle a little bit. It's like they're like, you know, I want this audio off this, you know, news thing, and it's like, and they couldn't get the beat. Like, homie could have sent him the beat, but he wasn't answering, so we had to go on BeatStars and like screen record the beat and then import it into Pro Tools and like, you know, shit like that. So like, it's like it just goes to like, you got to know how to like adapt and work with what you got.
own your beats.
yeah.
Don't buy the
Yeah.
cheapest lease or don't
Yeah.
get the free one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've done plenty where I hear the tag throughout the whole song, and it's like, hey, is your boy? You know, I've been doing mixes for one of my homies, and he'll just send me like sessions, and I'm like, hey, does your boy want the tag in there? Like, you know, sometimes I'm like,
But you never know these days.
You never
they
know.
love the tag.
That's
They
true.
might.
Especially
Or
if
they
the
might not
producer
even
has
know.
a credit, like they have
Yeah.
a following or something,
Yeah.
whatever. Or
But
that
like
might be
throughout
their
the whole song, though, like
Yeah.
every 5 bars, it's always on an off bar,
It's
so you
always
can't.
on and off bar.
yeah, it's always weird. Like,
It's at 3.8 bars.
like for the most part, I can get them out. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, but
it
that's
can be tricky.
fucking
It's like,
annoying.
if you're trying to pay for the time.
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, but that's annoying. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I just
Well-
So like I've been looking. I actually made another beat the other day, and I think I'm just gonna go all the way that way with it, and you know, try to get production and just the other aspects. Like, I don't know how much I want to keep putting into being an artist as far as like money. Like, I don't think I want to keep putting money into being an artist.
It's not
like
fucking cheap,
that.
dude.
You know what I'm saying? So I think I want to make. I was like, I should like make money instead of like spending money on this shit.
That's
you know
pretty
what I
good
mean?
logic.
I mean, that's brilliant.
I mean,
So,
I don't know, but that's pretty good logic,
Yeah.
dude.
Like, I need to like
Having more money than spending more money is
Yeah.
pretty. It sounds like a good idea. I should
I
try
don't-
that too.
I don't
Fuck.
know why I've never thought of that.
I
before.
I need to fucking do that too because I'm not making more money than
No.
being able to spend.
Exactly.
I'm poor.
Yeah.
Help me, I'm poor.
Hey, I seen you at Super Burrito the other day. That was great.
I know that was, dude. The best thing ever is he was in the
so
drive-thru and I was inside, and I ordered and I told this little Hispanic lady, I was like, "Yo, that person at the drive-thru, when you hand him the burrito, say this is for the BigWigLTD," and she's like, "Hey, what?" Like, first off, I don't think she spoke English at all, barely
Sure.
at all.
Yeah, yeah.
And so she's like, "Oh, okay," and she went to her friend and told her, and her friend came over and was like, "What?" And I was like, "I know him. It's a friend of mine."
Yeah.
He calls himself the BigWig. So when you hand him the burrito, say, "This is for the BigWig." And then it was like 2 minutes went by, 3 minutes went by, they made his burrito, and she was going to go hand it to him, and she turns on, she goes, "What?" I say, "What?" And I was like, "Big wig." And I didn't want to say it too loud,
Right.
but I said it kind of loud.
Yeah.
And when I did, I'm pretty sure he fucking heard me.
I didn't.
because-
No, I didn't.
Because
It
I was,
caught me off guard.
because she turned to him and handed it to him, and he's all, And then he sees me and goes, oh, God. And I go, ah. It was
I was
so
like,
fucking
what?
funniest thing ever, dude.
My
It was-
girl's like, big wig. I'm like, oh, word? And then
I
I'm
just-
like, oh, my God.
I thought it would have been
Yeah.
the dopest thing ever. You're
was
with your
pretty
lady
cool.
and you're at a restaurant and they're like, oh, this for the big wig.
I love that, yeah. I especially love when I get love with her because, like, she hates my face tat. So it's like, motherfuckers be like, I
know.
really like that face
I know.
tat. I'm like,
Well,
hey.
I thought about being like, I should pay for it and be like, fucking make him look so dope, or he just gets free burritos.
Right,
This is
right.
for the big wig. Just
And he just walks away like, damn, dude, this is catching on.
and then I text him and say, oh, I bought your burrito for you. Like, so
They knew me as Super Burrito.
Oh, my God.
that's my new sponsor.
That's fucking great.
Oh, but no, that was pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious.
great, yeah.
I forgot
No,
about that, dude.
that was great.
I seriously forgot about
That was
that
so
story.
funny. It was so good.
Yeah.
What do you get from there?
Depends on what time of day it is, bro. If it's the morning, when I get the breakfast burrito, depends on what I'm doing. I might get the chorizo. It's kind of a messy burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I usually go with the bacon and scrambled eggs from the morning.
Yeah.
Way to go.
But if it's the afternoon, I might. I like the chili relleno burrito, bro. I fuck with
Yeah?
it heavy, dude.
Interesting.
I love chili rellenos, and it's fucking banging. It's like has the double cheese, the cheese inside the pepper.
Yup.
Oh, it's banging.
You know what? You ever tried a egg white special?
No, I haven't.
Y'all need to try that. Like you say, you like
I
shredded
will.
chicken. Mm-hmm. So it's just chicken, avocado, egg whites, and burrito, like a wrap.
And burrito.
There's a burrito on the
Yeah.
side.
It's got
Comes with the whole burrito.
They wrap a burrito in a
but
burrito.
it's like healthy, you know, like quote unquote.
It's fucking ridiculous.
But it's really good. Like I highly recommend it. Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck with it. I love Super Burrito.
Yeah, man.
I haven't been there in a minute, man. I like to keep it simple when I go there. Just the chicken, beans, and cheese, man. Can't go wrong. Their shredded chicken there is fucking.
Oh my god,
It's always
yeah.
top.
It's always.
Yeah.
Did you know they make small burritos?
I did not.
No,
Every burrito that you can order, you can just say, "Can I get the small burrito?"
no way.
They make everything normal size burritos,
Shut up.
and they're like $4 instead of fucking
Oh
11 or
my
whatever.
God.
Yeah.
The only problem
I'm
is
doing
that I'm
that.
fucking fat, so I need the big one.
Dude, now
Right.
that I've been eating their normal size burritos that are giant,
Yeah.
I'm always like, I don't know if the small one's gonna be enough.
That's
It's
what
like-
I'm saying. Yeah.
But it's like, hey, fool, yes, it will. That's why you're fucking fat.
That's the problem. That's
You're
the
eating
problem.
2.5 burritos when you only need one.
That's the problem, right? It's like when I
It
was
is.
drinking a bottle of whiskey. It's like it's just not enough. I need that. It's like no, it'll be fine if you don't do that.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, no.
That
So you,
reminds me-
just so anybody local that goes to Super Burrito around here,
Yeah.
any burrito that you want, you can just
That's
say,
pretty
"Let me
cool.
get that in the small burrito," and it's just half the size. It's a
That's
normal
dope.
burrito.
That's a hack.
I learned that like a month ago.
Damn.
And I've only gotten it once, but I've been there probably 5 times. I go there like once a week. I love that place.
It's
It's
so
bomb.
good.
It's
yeah,
bomb.
so good,
It's
dude.
great.
You guys fuck with Roberto's?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the
What
one
do you
showing
get
me
from there?
Roberto's.
I love. Usually, I go there for the breakfast burrito because that thing is
Really?
fire.
Which one?
Yeah.
You got potatoes
yeah,
in it
the
and
one,
shit?
the one, yeah, the bacon one. The
potatoes O'Brien?
The potatoes, the bacon, the eggs.
I don't know if they got
cheese.
the O'Brien. I think they're the Jose.
What the-
Ole. Potatoes Ole.
It's got O'Brien's
Not
potatoes.
O'Brien. It's got. Oh, that's an Irish Mexican
The only
burrito?
difference-
Yeah, it's actually this new project I was working on. You know, Potatoes O'Brien.
That's his other rap name. He's been making beats for a while. If you ever see
Yo.
a BeatStars page called
potatoes
Beats
O'Brien.
Potatoes O'Brien, that's him, dog.
I might have to do that.
Oh shit! All right,
good stuff.
we're joking. This is fucking
Oh, man.
awesome. But I do have to ask a question about you as a rapper,
All right.
and fucking producer and engineer.
Yeah.
What is a plan for the future?
Man, I think the plan is just. I think I do got some features with some bigger artists that got a cool little Spotify following. I want to see how that goes. So I'm
Like
gonna try-
out of town artists or local artists?
Yeah, so I got something with this girl Millie Smoke. I got something with Easy Mac and
You got us. Yeah. You've had that song with Easy
I've
Mac
had that song for
a
so long.
while.
Yeah.
I learned about Easy Mac because of you.
Oh, nice.
And I
Yeah.
love
Say,
him
He
so
showed,
much.
he showed him to me when I was
He's
over
dope.
there. Yeah.
You heard the song with him and Cal Scrooby?
Oh yeah, so
Fucking
good.
rips. Dude.
Maybe. I don't
So
know.
good, dude. So good. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I know that it's legit if those two do a fucking
He
song.
reminded with he showed me the song with the video where they got the big heads on the tiny bodies or whatever.
Dude,
It was
all
so
of his
great.
shit's
They
like that
killed
because
it.
he's
But I was
always
just like, damn, that
hippie
does
flipping on
remind
a
me.
red eye and shit.
Yeah,
He's
that does
fucking-
remind me of Cal Screw.
He puts me in a good mood. Like if I'm gonna go out and like, if I want to go out and party, like I'll listen to some Easy Mac before I go because I'm ready to get fucking on some weird
Oh
shit.
man, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
I can't wait for that because you've had that for like 6.5 years or something.
Yeah, at least a couple.
You've had it for a few years though, for real, right?
Yeah, for sure. I probably sat on it for at least 2-3.
He's got a song coming out with the biggest artist he's ever worked with, Melancholy.
Yeah,
obviously.
dude.
So,
That's another
Yeah,
one.
that's
Yeah.
almost as big as a Tupac hologram.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's
Tupac
up there.
hologram.
Follow me, tell me if you feel me, because I'm not real G. All right, so you got some features. You got Millie Smoke. You got Easy Mac.
And then I got some stuff with Jimmy Teflon.
Okay.
Me and Richie stay working.
Okay.
But
Okay.
by the time this airs or whatever, we got this
Next
song
week
with my guy
on the 28th.
28th, 27th.
27th.
27th, yeah.
It's dropping. It's called Moby Dick.
Moby Dick.
Big Wig, the whale scale with the homie Melancholy.
That's me, yeah.
As I call him Mel.
Yeah.
Whale scale, Mel.
He was calling me
Whale
Call.
scale. I was calling him Call, but it wasn't. It was like, you know what?
Collie.
He saw, what's up, Call?
I think I was doing it just
Macaulay Culkin. Is
just
your name
because-
Macaulay?
just because it was difficult. Like just because it was so like bad, I was like, yeah, let's do this one for now. Hey, Call.
Call. That's how he said it too. Hey, Call.
Hey, Call. But yeah, it's definitely Mel. Let's just go with Mel. Let's
Mel,
make it
Mel.
like normal. It doesn't have to be like, let's find something different and
Hey,
hard.
Melner.
Melner.
You just open a box. I don't know if you know how we do nicknames around here. Al, dude, Al has been called every version of Al that
Yeah.
exists in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I just
call him Alfred.
I still call him Salamander.
Yeah.
Dude, it's ridiculous. That
Yeah,
poor guy.
That's right. Yeah. Al,
Unfortunately,
Al
unfortunately, he got thrown into the Always Sunny mixes.
nice.
Moral McPoyle.
Oh,
He's a
dude,
McPoyle.
nice.
He's 100%. Well, that's what happens when you order fucking chocolate milk for breakfast. When you're hungover on
Yeah.
tour, it's like, dude, you are a fucking McPoyle. You're drinking milk.
We were coming back.
Fucko.
We were coming back from tour one
That's
time.
great.
We were in like Nevada City or whatever, and he was all hungover. And I had coconut water. I was like, "Here, dude, have this. It'll make you feel better." He's like, "Oh, thanks." And he started rubbing it on his face.
Because it was cold and he had like a migraine.
was like,
So he's just rubbing it all over himself.
Nice.
It's
until
like, "Here,
was
you want
warm.
it back?" I was like, "No." dude,
Yeah, it was just the same fucking warmth as his skin.
Yeah.
It was 98,
It was
98.7 degrees.
98.7.
And it's no longer coconut water. It's now
No.
coconut milk.
Yeah.
I just had when he said 98.7, it made me think of that one commercial back in the day. Where it was like inside your mouth, it's boiling 98.6 degrees. Yeah. What the fuck was that? It was like some fucking,
No idea.
I don't
it was
know,
like a
but
Listerine strip or
it was
something. It
fucking
was like
hilarious.
an old school one, like when I was a kid, bro. Like
We're sampling it.
Jeez.
We're gonna find it. and
I gotta
sample
find it.
Do
now.
they still make those like little Listerine strip things that like
no.
dissolve in your mouth?
Just like film,
Yeah, the little like
Fuck, this
plastic.
is-
Yeah,
film.
yeah. Do they still make those?
I don't know, but how bad was that for you? Just
It couldn't have
couldn't
been
have
good.
been good.
Nah.
it's fucking
There's no
plastic.
way.
It's like, here, just
Dissolvable plastic.
take this piece of cellophane real quick.
It turns into like jelly. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
tasty
yeah.
cellophane.
FBI fucked us up. God damn.
That's where that's the tracking chips, man. That's how they got it in there.
Well, anyways,
Nice.
fucking goddamn it, we could do this forever.
Oh,
we really
yeah.
could.
Yeah.
But before we close it out, let the folks know all your social medias again, where to follow you,
Yeah.
where to find you, because you got music dropping, you got videos dropping, you got
Yep.
features coming out, you got
Yeah.
videos out already. You know, you got food, plot. So let them know where to find you.
You can find me at BigWigLTD on all streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. YouTube.com/BigWigLTD, Instagram BigWigLTD, because it's limited edition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Business.
Straight up.
But yeah, so that's what it is. Everywhere you look, just look BigWigLTD.
And you'll see him.
Yeah.
He'll be there,
He'll be there.
like
Big style.
virtually, not physically.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
wig.
that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Not Freddy Krueger. Can't be everywhere at once in your dreams and alive.
I mean, I might.
He might
Hey,
be
you
in
know
your
about
dreams.
quantum.
Say
It's
big,
quantum.
say big wig 3 times in the mirror.
My papa.
It's the wig.
It's the wig.
My papa.
My pop-up player.
Hey, my papa was a wig. The wig.
Yeah.
The wig. That shit was so fun.
Make sure you give us a follow too.
Do it.
The Rap Dad Podcast. Melancholy 775.
Right here.
Reno Junes.
Right there.
But you know, everything's down in the description. Just go down.
Down there.
Whether you're listening to the podcast or you're watching the video, it's all linked.
It's there.
It's all linked up, dude. It's linked like Zelda, so just fucking do it, okay?
I like it.
And
Do it. Do it.
appreciate you coming through again.
Always.
Of course, yeah.
I fucking love
Love to
hanging
come
out with
through
you.
more often.
Yeah.
You're the man.
We gotta
You're
have
the man.
you.
Let's do double nucks. Nuck
Double
him,
nucks.
nuck me.
Nuck
That's
if you
that's a
want.
nuck.
Let's do it. There it
that's
is.
It's a
nuck-
nuck triangle?
That's
Yeah.
a nuck fuck.
It's like Captain Planet around here or something.
He's a hero. All right.
Nice.
All right. We're done goofing on air. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Give us all a follow. Follow him, and we out.
Peace.